Hello, hello, once again. Welcome to another episode of Boss Up and Glow Up with Lexi Sample. We talk a lot about how to be your best self on here, and I've touched on anxiety quite a bit because I have severe anxiety, and it took me forever to work through it and to get a little bit better. But I haven't really touched on overthinking. That's a huge part of anxiety because we're anxious, we tend to overthink things, and we don't let things play out. So, today we're gonna talk about just letting things play out naturally and don't always overthink them because we're talking ourselves in and out of so many things that could be toxic to us. I'm a huge overthinker, I promise you. Well, I used to be, not so much anymore. And it causes more harm than good, really. And if someone has a slight shift in their energy, I swear they hate me. I swear. Like if someone says okay, like O and then K versus OKAY, I swear that they hate me and I did something horrible to them and I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what did I do? Why did I upset them? Why are they mad at me? What? They literally don't hate me. People are busy. People have their own lives. Like that message has nothing to do with me. I'm lucky they responded to me. They're busy. They're probably working or they're in a bad mood and they just don't feel like talking. We're all human. We don't always feel like talking every single day. Do you feel like talking to your friends every second of every day? No, you have your moments too. Do you feel like talking to your partner every second of every day? No. Sometimes you just want to be alone. Sometimes you want your space. And we need to stop overthinking them. So we need to just let things play out how they need to because we are causing so much harm in our lives by overthinking and overanalyzing every little scenario in our lives. Do you notice that sometimes when you have a really good or different opportunity in front of you, you start to play the what if game a little bit? You're like, what if I don't succeed? What if I'm not good at this? You think of every possible negative scenario that might happen, and you completely ignore the thought of what about all the great things that could come from this opportunity? You're just focusing on the, oh my gosh, what if I'm not good enough? What if this isn't for me? What if I can't succeed? And you're completely forgetting about all the positive and great things that could come from it. For example, you are working a corporate job and your boss offers you a promotion to management or something, and you've been dreaming about this position for so long and then it finally comes to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually responsible for so many people in this office. I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if this is a good idea. This is scary. I don't want this. I want to stay at my current position. You're completely ignoring the great promotion that you just got just because you're afraid of maybe not being good at it. But every good thing comes with practice. You're not going to be the perfect manager right away. You're coworkers are gonna get irritated with you sometimes because they're not used to you being a manager. But as time goes on and you kind of get your swing into things, you're gonna be great at it. You are good and you will succeed to whatever you put your mind to. Don't let your overthinking, you thinking you're not good enough for this opportunity, you thinking you're bad at everything, don't let that stop you from greatness. Because if you do, you're letting your overthinking control you and it can really take control of your whole entire life, which is scary. It's not good. Overthinking can take so many things from you. It can take your power away from you. Take your power back and stop letting overthinking control you. It is a toxic mindset. However, overthinking is kind of a good thing, but it's also a bad thing if you do it to the extreme. Like, for example, overthinking shows that you actually care about something. This thing is important to you and you really want it, but you're overthinking it and overanalyzing every possible scenario that could go wrong with this specific thing. Like, yes, you care, but you're talking yourself out of doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's crazy. Another example is when you're about to take a test. This actually happened to me when I was going to take my real estate test. I studied so hard for that exam. I studied for like 6 straight months nonstop. I spent my summer studying. I spent every possible second studying. I didn't go out. I didn't do anything. Just study, study, study. It comes time to take the test. I'm looking at all the answers and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna fail. This is not good. This is not what I studied. This is ridiculous. I know nothing now. I feel like a dodo bird. Like, I am talking myself into failing my exam. I'm telling myself I'm stupid. I'm telling myself I'm dumb. I'm telling myself I didn't study hard enough. I'm telling myself all these negative things just because I'm overthinking this test. I'm thinking, because the test was super important to me. I really wanted to get my real estate license. And knowing it was that important to me, I was telling myself that I'm not gonna do good at it, and I'm talking myself into failing. And guess what? I did fail my test. I failed the first 2 times I took my test because I overthought it so much. Every practice test I did, I would get like 90% in. But when it comes to the real test, you only need a 70 to pass. I think it's a 70. And I couldn't even get that because I was over analyzing every possible question, overthinking every possible scenario that could go wrong with my test. And guess what? Since I did that, it did go wrong for me. If I stopped overthinking, you can't just turn off like a light switch. You can't do that. But you can notice and think when you're overthinking and kind of realize, am I thinking about this too much? Am I talking way too negative about this thing when I should be thinking of all the great opportunities that could come from this? I should have thought, instead of, oh, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna be a horrible real estate agent. No, I should have said, if I fail this test, I can relook at what I've gotten wrong and teach myself more. It's a learning opportunity. Failing is not failing. It's because I stopped like trying because I was overthinking so much because it was really important to me. And I feel like we do that with everything. We overanalyze so many things just because they're super important to us. We got to stop that. We need to start noticing when we're overthinking. I wish it was that easy though. It's going to take some practice. You're not just going to flip on and off like a light switch, like I said, but you can notice little triggers when you start to overthink. Like, for example, when you're about to start a new project, once you have that one or first negative thought saying, what if this isn't for me? What if I'm not good at this? What if I fail at this? Once you start thinking like that, be like, wait, let me think of all the good things that can happen from this. This can make me a millionaire. This could be my big break. This could help so many people. Instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to be horrible at this. Don't do that to yourself, because then you're going to prevent yourself from doing it, because you're going to tell yourself that you're going to be horrible about it and you're going to believe it, and then you're not going to do it. You believe in yourself, and then people will believe in you too. If you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to believe in you. So you have to be the one that does it. You have to be the one that believes in yourself. Don't let overthinking over control your life. Don't let overthinking stop you from being who you want to be. Don't let it stop you from getting to that next level just because you're like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? What is going to go wrong? Because guess what? What if nothing goes wrong? And this is the best thing you've done for yourself. You're never going to know if you overthink and you talk yourself out of it. You don't know unless you try. So stop with those negative thoughts and get out there and do it and be your best self. Because you having these thoughts are talking you out of being your best self. And we're not doing that. This is 2025. We are going to be our best selves. Okay? Thank you. This also applies when you're in a relationship or in a friendship or whatever, because you overthink certain things and certain actions your partner does or your partner says, and you could cause yourself to lose that person because you are overanalyzing every little thing. Because I'm sure you've been in a relationship where your girlfriend's on her period and she's just really moody, and you just think she's being a bitch when she's just like cranky because she's bleeding, she's in pain, she's not feeling good, and you're overthinking. Maybe you don't know she's on her period. Maybe you're not at that level of a relationship and you're just thinking she wants to break up with you. No, she's just not in a good mood. She's not feeling great. I've been like that in relationships before where I would overthink everything. I think because I have trauma from being cheated on, I would always think my boyfriend is cheating on me, which sucks. But every time I like talk to somebody new and they like have girlfriends or whatever, like I want to be okay with my boyfriend having girlfriends. I don't want to be a controlling person. But since I was cheated on before, because they would always be like, oh, she's just a friend, but they're literally fucking on the side. Or when I'm not around, they're fucking. Like, he's cheating on me with her. So it's really hard for me to be okay with it, but I'm really trying to. because not everyone's going to cheat on you. There are some good, decent human beings out there who are not going to cheat just because you've had experiences with shitty people. Because, yes, if you cheat, you are a piece of shit. I'm sorry. That sucks to say, but you are disrespectful and you're just insecure. And that's just what happens when you're a cheater. And it causes me to think every boyfriend I ever have is going to cheat on me. Like when I got out of that relationship, I still kind of tell myself that. I'm trying not to because I'm in therapy. But I try to tell myself there are good men out there. There are people who aren't going to hurt me. There's people who aren't going to cheat on me. You just need to find the right one because the right person for you is not going to make you think like that. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to make you feel like you're not good enough because that's what happens when you get cheated on. You kind of overthink everything about yourself. Not only do you think everyone is going to cheat on you, you start to think things about yourself are horrible. Like you start to think, oh, is she skinnier than me? Does he think she's prettier than me? Is she funnier than me? Like, is she just better than me? Like, you start to think that when no, the thing is, men don't cheat on somebody better than you. They cheat on you with what's easier access than you. Like, that's how it is, and that's how it's always gonna be. But there are people out there who aren't going to cheat. They're not gonna hurt you. So don't always overthink and overanalyze every single relationship you have, and everyone's gonna do the same thing. Because that's not true. If this is a good, healthy relationship, you should be able to trust your partner. You should be able to relax. Like, if your partner wants to go hang out with their friends, you shouldn't be like, oh my God, they're cheating. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're gonna try to find a bunch of girls. They're gonna try to find a bunch of guys. They're cheating. No. I wanna be at a point where I am okay with traveling without my partner. I don't have a partner, but like I want that kind of relationship. I want to be able to travel with my partner and I want to be able to travel solo cuz I love solo traveling so much. When I travel, I do not go look for men to fuck. I don't know how you could do that. There's people to fuck at home. Why would I go to another country to fuck? Why would I waste my time? Cuz my time is limited when I'm traveling. I'm only there for what? 10 days? Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Like, I'm only there for a limited amount of time. Why am I gonna waste my time fucking? No, I am in a new, beautiful place. I wanna explore as much as I can because my time is limited here. If I wanna fuck, I can go fuck at home or just bring a freaking toy with me and I can just use it when I'm in the hotel. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time fucking. So, I wanna be on that level of comfortability with my partner. I wanna be able to travel with my partner. I wanna be able to travel without my partner. And I want my partner to be able to travel with me and without me too. And I want to be at a point where I am okay with it. I don't want to be overthinking every possible situation. I don't want to think, oh my God, he's going to travel with his friends. He's going to cheat on me. No, because if he loves me and he actually respects me, he's not going to cheat on me. Because that's what it comes down to, respect. If they respect you, they're not going to cheat on you. So just don't overthink that because you're just going to cause yourself to spiral. And a lot of times we do it in a relationship because we care about that person so much and we want the relationship to work so bad. They're our partner, they're our everything, they're our best friend. And we just want it to work so bad. We kind of let our anxiety take over and get the best of you for a little bit. And you just start overthinking, not because you're insecure, sometimes maybe, but like because you really care. But we need to find a healthy balance between caring and overthinking things because yes, we care about it. That's why we're overthinking because it's super important to us. But we're doing it in an extreme way to where we could really lose our person. We could lose our partner because it comes off as, oh my gosh, what are they doing to you? But to them, it's like, oh my God, they don't trust me. They're bombarding me. This is annoying. And you're just going to push them away. And that is not your intentions. That is not your goals. But by overthinking like that, you are pushing them away. You're making them think you don't trust them. Because 9 times out of 10, they didn't do anything for you to not trust them. You're basing it off of a past relationship. That's not always the case, but a lot of times it is. When you are overthinking your new relationship because your past relationship was so shitty and they cheated on you and they hit you, they hurt you, they did this, they did that, and you're bringing all that trauma into a new relationship, you're gonna push that person away. And that means you're not ready for a relationship, to be honest with you. If you are still focusing and dwelling on what happened in your past relationship, you might not be over it. You might still need therapy to work on that. Because if you are not comfortable in your own skin, you're not ready to be in a relationship. You need to think about it like that. Because I thought I was ready to start dating again, but honestly, I still have trust issues and I don't want to get into a serious relationship until those trust issues are resolved, which I don't know how long it'll take. It could take a few weeks, it could take months, it could take years. It's been a few months now and I still am afraid to completely open up to a new person and to start over and share my life with somebody, but I need to get over that because the right person will not make me feel like that. And I need to not overthink because if this is my person and I'm overthinking and overanalyzing everything that they do and I'm constantly showing them that I don't trust them, they're going to be like, if you don't trust me, then why are you with me? And they're going to run away and you're just going to push them further and further away. When you're overthinking because you want to bring them closer and closer, it's backfiring on you. You are doing the complete opposite. You are sending them to run for the hills because they're like, fuck this. She doesn't believe anything I say. I can't do anything right. And they're going to get upset and they're going to think in their head that you don't like them and you just don't trust them because that's what you're telling them. But that's not what you're trying to say. You're just nervous that what happened before is going to happen again. But we got to find that healthy balance between caring a lot and overdoing it because that's what we're doing. We're kind of going nuts. Of course, it's easier said than done. We can't just stop overanalyzing and overthinking, but if we do it in small steps and we kind of recognize it a little bit, I think we can stop, especially with some therapy. I will always, always tell everyone to go to therapy because it really does help. I truly believe therapy has changed my life. And I do listen to self-help podcasts because therapy, it is expensive. I get it, I know. But this podcast is free therapy. So thank you for listening and joining in. I really hope it kind of helps you realize when you're overthinking and it makes you realize that overthinking is a negative thing. I mean, it shows that you care, but you're caring not I don't wanna say you're caring too much, but you're overdoing it when you're caring because you only overthink because something is important to you and you really do care about it, but you are either not doing that certain thing because you're afraid you're gonna fail, you're afraid you're not gonna be good at it, or if you're overthinking a relationship, you're gonna be pushing that person away, and that's not what you want. You don't wanna overthink. We all wanna succeed, we all want healthy relationships, so we gotta work on having that healthy balance between caring and overthinking it because we can care about something and someone without thinking of every possible negative scenario or situation that can come out of it. We can just think of the good things. We get so caught up in the bad, we forget that there are good things that will happen and we kind of ignore that. We focus too much on the negative, but what about the positive? That's what we got to work on. That's what this whole episode is about. And I really hope that kind of put that in your brain that you are overthinking this. You are going to let that eat you alive, whether it's in your career, in your life, in your relationship. Something is going to go wrong if you are overthinking it. So let's just think about all the positive things. If we want to overthink, let's overthink all the positive things, and that might get you excited for it. Instead of overthinking the negative things, it's going to make you not want anything to do with it at all. And it's just never going to happen. If you really want something to happen, stop overthinking negative things and only think positive. Because if you're thinking negative, it's not going to happen for you. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. If you think positive, so many good things will come out of it. All right, and that's what I have for you today. I want you to think positive and just let things play out naturally because I preach what's meant to be will be. If it's not meant for you, it's not gonna happen for you. So if you try something and it doesn't work out, but you actually genuinely tried and you didn't just overthink and give up, then that is not meant for you. The universe thinks you have something better going for you, you have something more. The universe did not want that thing for you. So it won't happen. Just let things play out naturally. Stop overthinking everything because everything happens for a reason. And what happens, happens. Just let it play out naturally. Because if you let your thoughts control you, you're letting them control your whole entire life. Just let it happen. Let it be. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped you a little bit or a lot of it. Until next week. Bye.